Hey guys, we're back at it again with the boat stuff. So we got the transom here. Pulled the motor off at this point, as you guys saw in the last video. I went ahead and took the transducer off. It was held on by like two screws. Looks like somebody tried to like patch these old holes. Probably filled up with water a few times. But first thing we gotta do, we're gonna get this top cap off and these eye hooks. Some guys will leave these in, but I've noticed that this one, you see this one's kind of separated from it a little bit there. So we're gonna take those eye hooks out. I might just cut them off with a Sawzall and put new ones back on. This one's actually still really good shape. It's moving the boat and everything. This one, I mean, you can see that? It's kind of, yeah, it's not very good shape. We're gonna shut the full transom off. Probably do like a couple inches from the side, probably just right on the outside of here. Gotta get these out. The whole thing with this transom is, you see how it's actually, it's like it's connected to this. So this is actually part of the transom too. So we'll be fiberglassing to that, and then I'm gonna put a board in, and fiberglass, and board, and more fiberglass. I've watched probably 100 videos on people doing this. Couldn't find too many bass boat ones. I found like 2 or 3 maybe. Most of them are the like a Boston whaler type of boat or whatever. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing. And from here we'll do some less talking and more work. So now that we got that off of there, I'll let you guys get a closer look here. Definitely looks like it needs to be replaced. And I felt up in here, it's not as bad up top here, but right in here at this bolt hole and this one, like you can really feel the softness. Looks like somebody tried to Bondo up here. See that? Some Bondo, it looks like. Definitely not fiberglass. It's like almost like a sheetrock type of feel to it. Yeah, that doesn't make anything any better. Yeah, they got this riveted in here, and you see all the cracks here. I'm gonna try to fix all of those as best I can. All these cracks. Yeah, I'll put you guys back over here. On my handy motor lifter here. A lot of people don't know this, but a motor lifter can also be used as a tripod. Well, as you guys can see, that oscillating tool does cut through metal pretty easy. That was going to take me a little while longer, but these are kind of messed up already anyway. This one, I barely got into it, but you can see that it cut about halfway through it, and then it kind of just pulled it out. But anyway, I'm going to be replacing those. They look like they needed it anyway, so good thing we did that. Let's get back to it. Alright guys, well that was really easy. A lot easier than I thought it would be, honestly. But as you can see, the wood under here is pretty bad. Yeah. So that's all just awful. Anyway, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get the old wood out. So let's get to work on that. But you can see that it definitely needed this. Up in here, it's actually kind of strong there, but down here, you see that? It's like next to where the drain was. Look at that. It's just awful. So next thing we're gonna do, put you guys on the time lapse and we'll peel that out of there. Alright guys, well, as you can see, ow, frick. Kicked my dolly there. It hurt. Anyway, we got those out. I started scraping at this. I got all this, most of it out. It's starting to get dark, as you guys can see, so tomorrow I'm going to come out here and finish cleaning this up. But you see this? Looks like somebody's tried to fix this before. Because if I can find, yeah. You see this has got like stuff trying to cover up the hole right there, and there's a piece of the fiberglass. But yeah, so we got to do that, and I'll be back out here tomorrow to finish cleaning it up, and then we'll start laying in some fiberglass. Thanks for watching so far, and I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, it's been a couple of days since I took this off. So what we're gonna do is, there's a big hole there. I don't know, you see that? See that hole there? So I've talked to a couple of guys that have done some fiberglass, and we're gonna take some cardboard and some wax paper and put it on the back side of there, probably with some duct tape or something, and then fiberglass over it. But first I gotta do some sanding, so we're gonna get that done real quick. I gotta sand the back here, and then we're also gonna sand the part that I took off. So we'll start on that, and yeah, let's get it. Okay, golly, that's a lot of sanding. Probably should have worn a mask. Most people recommend it, but you guys know me. I don't really care for masks. Got that all sanded. Got the that inside of this sanded good. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take a piece of cardboard and kind of put it back behind this with some wax paper, so it's thin enough. And we're gonna fiberglass. I'm gonna try to just do this piece, and then do a full piece over the whole inside, just to keep its strength, the strength up. It looks like somebody tried to do this a long time ago. I couldn't tell you when, but definitely looks like somebody tried to do it from the inside, just based off of, you see this here on the inside of here. But yeah, just based off of that, it looks like somebody's done this before. Sanded it down pretty good, but almost even gotten into like they painted it with something on the inside. But yeah, it looks like they took it all the way apart in order to do it. Yeah, next thing I'm gonna be doing is getting that cardboard and wax paper in there. I think I'm just gonna use the box off of the shop back here and get that up in there. If you guys know of any better way to do this, please put it down in the comments. I'm sure somebody probably got an issue, same type of issue or whatever, but you never know, you know? Most of the time when people do this, this is one solid piece on the inside, and you just got to scrape the wood off. And in my case, it was one solid piece, but there was even like some seam stuff here in order to cover up the crack. But anyway, yeah, comment, and let's get back to it. I'm gonna work on that and then try to get a sheet of fiberglass on there today. Holy cow, that was an ordeal. Went ahead and cut a full sheet instead of just trying to patch that hole. Cut the full sheet and started sticking it on there, and then where the hole is at, it kind of started drooping a little bit, so stuck some cardboard on it real quick and held on for about an hour, but it still hasn't started fully drying yet, so I just went ahead and stuck 3 screws in it up into the front part there. So hopefully that sticks and holds into place. I'm gonna let that cure for a couple of days, and then I'll come sand the cardboard off, because that'll have to come off, and then we'll be able to stick the boards in there and put more fiberglass on it. So, oh man, that sucked. Fiberglass sucks. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. It sucks. I hate it, and I just hate it. It's just awful. So yeah, see, it's starting to dry up. It's just a little tacky now, and this side is kind of warping out, but I think it's gonna be okay once I get the wood into there. It's just fucking, it's all a pain in my ass. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Okay, we're out here, third day. It's really been like a week, but I've been busy doing other things. Got the last board on there. I cut it incorrectly because I thought the tape measure said 38 instead of 36, so it got 2 extra inches off of it. But and then I cut that one, and I didn't cut it long enough on the bottom to go in to slide into the bottom there. But I think it's going to be okay. We're just going to fill that in with thickened epoxy on the sides there, and yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I'm gonna let this set up, and I'll be back out here tomorrow to put in that thickened epoxy, fill in whatever cracks I got left. This isn't the best way to do it, honestly, guys. I would watch some other videos, but there aren't too many out there, so I'm putting mine out too. But go ahead and alright, I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry, and like I said, put that epoxy in tomorrow, and then throw the back on there. And yeah, we're almost done. I'm at like the halfway mark on the resin. I put a lot of thickened resin, or thickened epoxy, in between those two boards, and then smashed it together real good. So I'm hoping that's going to set up just fine. And yeah, like I said, this isn't the best way to do it, but it's the way I'm doing it. It's very difficult for a first-time person to mess with fiberglass and stuff without just making it like too thick or too much epoxy or whatever. So be sure to be mindful of your time that you're going to be doing it in, because this stuff sets up in about 15 minutes at 78 degrees or something, and it's about 95 out here today. So make sure that's one thing you want to make sure you do, is be mindful of your time. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Well, hope you enjoyed that 9 seconds. Well, what I went ahead and did, instead of filling that whole cavity on each side with resin, I just took some measurements and got me a couple of boards, put them in there, and then covered it in resin, thickened epoxy. So it's looking pretty good. All I have to do after this is sand her down. I'm gonna throw on one full sheet of the fiberglass there, and then we'll put the back on, and it's pretty solid. I think it's gonna work out. So thanks for watching so far, and yeah, I'm gonna let that dry up. Be out here in a little bit. Well guys, I'll say this: fiberglass is easier said than done. Looks easy in practice, but sorry, looks easy in theory and watching somebody else do it, but in practice it is solidly a tough thing to do. I don't like it at all. I'm just gonna be completely honest here. Figure most of you will like it either, especially not in 100-degree weather, which I'm in right now. That I tried to let it tack up. That's what the guy online said to do. Let it tack up a little bit, and then my whole freaking jar down here. Oh, right here, that one. My whole measuring cup there just got completely hardened and like so fast. So anyway, I got that piece on there. I'm still debating on whether I want to just throw on a bunch of pieces, but after that, I mean, geez, I think I'm just gonna throw the back on there. I'm gonna have to sand off some of that and clean this up a little bit, and then next I'll throw the back on there, and we should be done, ready to drill some holes and fill those holes with bolts, with the motor and all that stuff. So whew, all right, well that's that. And next step, I'm just going to be taking some little strips of fiberglass, and we'll fill in those edges there, and should be ready to put the motor back on after that. Well, I gotta sand it all down, and then I'm going to paint it, of course. Man. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying so far, stay tuned for the rest. Alright, cleaned it up out here a little bit. After doing all of that, went ahead and filled in all the top here with thickened epoxy. Next I'm going to sand it all down. Sand down the edges here, fill those in, sand down the whole back, fill in the whole back, and paint it. Almost done, man. It's taking forever. Okay. Did a little more sanding. The new neighbor dog here. What's up, puppy? What's going on? Alright. Yeah, there's a little more sanding on the back here. I think what I'm going to do now is we're going to get us some peanut butter, and we're going to start filling in all the holes and everything. And as soon as that's all cured and set, we should be able to paint. So I'm going to set it up. I meant to set it up before I started sanding a little more, but that's alright. Mainly trying to get that back end level, you know. So set the time lapse up, and yeah, we'll get all this figured out for today. We'll probably just be able to do the peanut butter all over the back there, but after that we'll probably let it set for a week or so, and then come back and paint with gel coat after it cures. Alright, and there it is, guys. Finished doing that. I think it looks pretty good. Now the other guy I'm going to recommend to you guys down in the description, he did like some fiberglass within these edges here, but I've put so much fiberglass in there, and this thing is hanging on to, you know, like old boards with screws in it. I really think that that this is actually going to be stronger. But I think I'm gonna, after this sets, I might do another layer, and then once that layer sets for a good week, I'll be able to paint it. So hope you guys are enjoying so far. This is a long video, and I know it's been a while since I put anything out. I probably said that the last time I recorded, so I might cut that out, but I don't know. Do it yourself. It's a lot more fun. It's tough most of the time, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end, and I think it's actually turning out pretty good. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll be back when this sets up a little bit. Well guys, we let that set up for a couple of weeks there, maybe a month, I'm not really sure. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to be good and set up and nice and dry. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a good sanding with the 320 grit sandpaper. I might go back to the little bit heavier grit if I need to, but I'm going to test that out first and try to get it as smooth as possible, and then we're going to paint it. So that's what we're doing today. It's a little late in the season. Appreciate you guys watching. Back to the time lapse. Alright guys, to paint it we're going to be using Total Boat with wax, gel coat white with wax. Need 14 to 16 drops of MEKP per ounce. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it. we got it all done. It's painted up. Gonna let it dry out, and in the next video we'll be, what will we be doing? Oh, we'll be putting on the motor. It's right here in front of me. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate you.